Welcome to our second episode of Ask Dr. Meeks. This medium is being used to answer questions while we have to work at home. So we hope that something will be provided to you to help you with your career search and your job search. So today, I'll be answering the question, how do I prepare for an online interview? And so some of you may have already experienced some or may be trying to figure out what you need to do to make sure you're ready. And so today I will be addressing that question. So I always want to remind you of the services we provide in career services. So what do we do? Our job is to help you transition from college to career. We help you with your resumes, your mock interviews, your elevator pitch, how to dress for a career fair. We'll help you with your cover letter. We'll help you with helping you set up your LinkedIn account. So how do I prepare for an online interview? The first thing you need to remember is that you're going to do everything that you do for a face-to-face interview. So that's still relevant. You just have a few extra things to do. But just in case you're not sure of what you need to do, you want to make sure you research the company and find a golden nugget about them, something that connects you to the company and why you're interested in that company. I had a student that I work with and we discussed what they loved about a company, Smith & Nephew, that they were applying for. And they had an experience where their parent had a situation with their hip, and they were struggling with trying to find the right part to make them be successful in their walking and operating in life. And so this student chose that golden nugget and began to learn about the different products that Smith & Nephew made. And that was one of the things that drew them to the company about why they wanted to work for Smith & Nephew. They wanted to help change more people's lives. The next thing you want to do is write your best answers for typical questions. So there are some questions that everyone asks, like, tell me about yourself. There is a method to answering that question. And so you want to make sure you write down your best answer, make sure you're including some technical skills, some things about what you've done that relates to your experience, your leadership, and your volunteer and community service that are relevant to the position you're applying for. You want to also learn to utilize the STAR method for interviewing. This will help you with those behavioral and situational questions. You want to take the course online, Mastering Interviewing Techniques on LinkedIn Learning. Every student at the University of Memphis has a LinkedIn Learning account, and this is a great course to help you get ready. And then you want to schedule a mock interview with career services. Every student at the University of Memphis has a career specialist, and you will be able to get practical, specific help for the position you're applying for and the interviewing that you need to do. And then you want to adhere to the guidelines I'm going to also tell you about online interviews. As you look for the STAR method, you're going to learn how to talk about the situation, the task, the action, and the results that you're going to have to discuss with every behavioral question you're going to be asked. So here's some things to know. Online interview is just as important as an in-person interview. This will allow you the opportunity to move to the next round of interviews, or if all the interviewing is being done online, it may even help you get that job just by doing your online interview. So remember, this is still as important as an in-person interview. So here are some tips. You want to make sure you dress professionally. You want to make sure you dress from head to toe. I know some people are in the habit of just your upper body being professional and your lower part having on some shorts or something casual, but we recommend that you dress professionally because it has a way of helping you with your responses and your perception and your confidence in your interview. You want to make sure you clear your workspace so that there's no clutter behind you, or so that nothing shows up on the screen that's irrelevant or that could be used to bias you. So make sure you look at your bookshelf. Make sure there's just a wall or a clear picture of something behind you. Make sure you're in a quiet room. Make sure you have a pen and paper. so that you can take notes, because as they ask you the questions, you will be able to take a few notes to make sure you answer every part of their question. Have a copy of your resume in front of you. And then most importantly, practice using your webcam equipment before the interview. Practice using your camera, your computer, your sounds. Make sure you have everything tested and practice with someone else before you actually do the interview. So some other tips: you want to make sure you smile and focus. Look directly into the webcam. Don't look up and around and all around the room. Make sure you choose your colors wisely. You want to have shades of blue, royal blue, navy blue, or sky blue. You want to wear solid colors instead of patterns, because the patterns could distort the view of the video. Make sure you have your hair and your makeup done, ladies, and men, make sure you're well groomed. Do a background check. That means make sure your wall is blank, and then double check those books and make sure there's no cluttered bookshelf or anything behind you. Also, make sure your lighting is appropriate. Don't have the lighting in front of the camera. Have it behind the camera facing you so that you could be seen clearly. Avoid shadows and dark lighting. And then have your script. Have a few notes written. Scan your notes without losing direct contact of your caller, and also keep an index card or a notebook handy so that you can jot down any thoughts so that you can make sure you completely answer the question. Also, make sure you turn off all your sounds. So on your computer, you want to turn that sound off so that your notifications won't come in. Turn off your cell phone. Make sure there's no children or babies in the background. There's no music, television is going in the other room. And I can't say it enough, make sure you turn your notifications off on your computer for all of your things that you get notified about, emails or anything else that may come in. And just make sure you're in a quiet space. Now, it's best that you arrive even 15 minutes early on the line where you're supposed to log in. You want to make sure you test your technology one more time, double check your background and your attire. Make sure you have a copy of your resume in front of you. Make sure you have something to take notes. Now, it is important for you to have at least 3 questions to ask at the end of the interview. These questions could be about different opportunities, like will you be mentored? What is the timeline for this, for your hiring of this position? What are your expectations? There's a list of questions, and your career specialist can assist you with some great questions to ask at the end of the interview, because you have to remember, for every job you're taking, you're going to spend a great amount of time on this career. So you want to make sure you ask some questions to see if this is a fit for you as well. And then you want to always remember to smile and focus on the webcam. So those are my tips for today. Just remember, you can go to our STEM website, memphis.edu. You can get sample resumes, cover letter samples and examples, and you can have information about research opportunities. So there's a lot of resources on our website. So please follow me and join us on memphis.edu/STEM, and follow us on social media, U of M STEM Careers. So our next episode of Ask Dr. Meeks will be answering the question, what experiences will be considered relevant for my resume as I apply for different positions? What experiences will be considered relevant for my resume as I apply for different positions? I look forward to seeing you next time with Ask Dr. Meeks.